Who is the best White Ranger in the history of Sentai? Although it might not be one of the main colors you think of when you think of Super Sentai, white has been a very versatile color within the series, being used for both males and females, 6th Rangers as well as main Rangers. So sit back and relax as we count down the top 10 best White Rangers in the history of Super Sentai. And of course, let me know your picks in the comments. Number 10 is Gao White, also known as Taiga Sei. She of course has a cool suit with claws, and I find her incredibly likable, endearing, and almost motherly in a sense. And she's not a ranger that I see talked about very often, but I think that she deserves a little bit of time in the sun here. Number 9 is Amu, also known as Zhuo Tiger from Zhuozhi. She is actually a tiger. She is a human who can take on the form of a human. She is level-headed and can oftentimes be the analytical one of the group. She also tends to like certain things about being a human, such as shopping. Number 8 is White Swan from Jetman. Kaori is kind of reserved, shy, and extremely loving, especially towards Ryu, or Red Hawk, as they would later get married. She's very proper and ladylike, and also incredibly sweet. She plays multiple instruments and tends to have a spoiled side, but incredibly endearing nonetheless. Number 7 is Fuka, also known as Shiro Ninja from Ninja. She is the Genkina ninja, or the cheerful or lively ninja, and she is often referred to as Fuchan. She's incredibly optimistic and tends to see the glass half full instead of half empty. She has tons of charisma, and she's just incredibly likable and memorable. Number 6 is Zen Kaiser from Zen Kaiger. Goshikida Kaito is the lead ranger in Zen Kaiger, and he is also the only humanoid ranger on the team, being that everybody else is a kikonoid. He's a very laid-back guy, but also incredibly competitive with things that he cares about. He's a great friend and incredibly sympathetic to people that are hurting or in need. He's somewhat of an optimist and a great leader of this squad. As far as the Zen Kaiser form itself, the shape of his helmet and his outfit is heavily influenced by Akarenja from Gorenja, and the coloring is very similar to Big One from Shaka Dengeki Tai. And I don't see people say this very often, but his helmet also reminds me quite a bit of Kamen Rider Double. Number 5 is Tsuruhime, also known as Ninja White, from Kakurenja. She is only 15 years old at the start of Kakurenja, and she is also a female White Ranger and the leader of the group, which is an incredibly unique combination of attributes. Despite being so young, she is far and away the most mature of the team, which is fitting because she's the leader. I've always really liked her outfit. It's just very clean looking. And this might sound strange, but I don't know, I think Tsuruhime is kind of a pretty name. Number 4 is Kiba Ranger from Dai Ranger. Ko is the youngest Sentai Ranger of all time, and he is pervy for Ren. He's always hitting on her, trying to sneak peeks, that sort of thing. His perviness knows no bounds, as when he first acquired his powers, he created a gust of wind to see up some girls' dresses. Maybe not the most heroic thing in the world, but if you were 10 years old with superpowers, what would you do? Number 3 is Abare Kira from Abarenja. This guy is cool as hell, bro. One of the best looking suits in the history of Sentai. Nobody will tell me differently. For the majority of the season, he is the leader of the Gemetai Evorian, or Wicked Lifeforms Evolian, which is a race of evil lifeforms seeking to bring everyone on Earth into a hive mind state. At this time, he is shown to have no remorse or mercy and just pretty much evil all around. He has a very unique story arc, being that when he was young, he was basically good at everything he tried to do, and this brought him a lot of boredom in his life. When he obtained his power, he really just wanted to be entertained due to that boredom, even if it meant being entertained at the detriment of others, which was often the case. Not to spoil the end of his story, but it's pretty interesting and one that you're definitely going to want to watch.
Nonsense.
Number 2 is Deca Break, and like I always say, if you don't think that he deserves this spot on the list, well, that's just a bunch of
nonsense.
Deca Break is hilarious, in a show that is already hilarious. And in the beginning, when he first shows up, he sets people off, particularly Bon, who doesn't like his style and doesn't like taking orders from him.
Nonsense.
But Deca Break grows into an excellent leader, and over time, he bonds with the rest of the team, even Bon. Alright guys, the number 1 best White Ranger in the history of Super Sentai is Big One from Jaka. He looks like an absolute pimp with a cane. And like I said before, in the 70s, men wanted to be him and women wanted to be with him. It takes a lot of confidence and swagger to wear an all-white suit with a white fedora and a cane. He is the original White Ranger. He takes over as leader on episode 23, and I'd have to say that his suit is about as flashy and over the top as you could make a 6th Ranger's suit in the 1970s. He is a master of disguise, and is seen throughout the series wearing many different costumes to blend in. Although he's not with the team at the beginning of the series, he makes for an excellent leader and a great strategist for the team. But you know what guys, that's just my list. Let me know yours in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, it would mean a ton to me if you would smack the shit out of that like button. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you next time. Bye!